My good friend Congressman Bob Goodlett, for your leadership in this issue, and it's my pleasure to join in this bipartisan press conference that reflects the bipartisan support on making changes to the renewable fuel standards and the legislation that Congressman Goodlett has introduced, and that I am a principal co-sponsor along with many of my colleagues, because frankly it needs to be changed. But today we've asked you to be here because as this drought continues across the country, dairymen, cattle ranchers, poultry industry, and pork producers nationwide are looking for relief now. When 88% of the nation's corn crop is being impacted by the drought, and about 40% of the annual corn crop, as has been already stated, goes to ethanol production, the numbers point toward a looming corn shortage nationwide of epic proportions. Government, of course, can't change the weather, but it can reduce the mandated pressure that has artificially inflated corn prices. From June to July, the price of corn has jumped dramatically. We all know that throughout our states that we have our constituencies which we represent. In my district, dairy producers, dairy farmers, cattle feedlot operations have on a weekly basis told me of the angst as they look at their feed bill in June of this year compared to June of last year. We've had a 30% increase to 35% increase just in the last 6 to 8 weeks. And the calls that I'm getting from my dairy farmers have continued to ratchet up as we see an increase in bankruptcies. Let me tell you something. When dairy farmers are getting $13.50, $14 per hundredweight, and their break-even costs are $16 and $17 per hundredweight, you can't stay in a business like that very long. And a lot of the equity that was held nationwide in the dairy industry in 2009 and 2010 has been lost. Over $12 million in equity nationwide. California is the largest dairy producing state in the nation. And we have very good cattle producers as well, and feedlot operations. So I say, Mr. President, we know you've attempted to take action with the United States Department of Agriculture and Secretary Vilsack, but it's not enough. It's not enough. The crisis is now. And so, Mr. President, I ask you and ask the Environmental Protection Agency through Lisa Jackson to utilize the administrative flexibility you have and act. Act today, act tomorrow, but please don't delay. Action will guard family farms from even higher feed prices and help turn the grocery bills that are also increasing, because over half of the items in our grocery store have some type of foreign product in it. And those prices are obviously going to affect the consumers who are trying during these difficult times to put food on their table. Bottom line is this: renewable fuel standards ought to be changed. We have legislation to do that. We should not be using food to produce fuel for the United States of America. We have a lot of other energy tools in our energy toolbox, and food does not need to have to be one of them. There's even other forms of cellulosic types of fuel, and the mandate should be changed. So I am pleased to join my colleagues here in this bipartisan press conference, urging the President to act now through the Environmental Protection Agency and Lisa Jackson. Thank you very much.